You know the feeling. You work hard, you reach goals, you make changes, and yet you still feel like you're standing still. It's as if you're always just about to arrive, but never quite get there. That quiet voice saying, "Not enough yet," follows you everywhere, no matter what you do. The problem isn't your willpower or discipline. Your brain simply isn't built to arrive. It was programmed to keep you moving, always searching for the next thing, always in that almost there mode. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why this feeling isn't a personal failure, and how you can finally make peace with the idea that you've already arrived. Maybe the problem isn't that you haven't achieved enough, but that you believe there's somewhere you need to arrive. Society taught you to see life as a straight line: school, work, success, satisfaction. But life isn't a marathon with a finish line at the end. It's a circle. And every attempt to force it into a straight path only makes you run in circles, exhausted, but never fulfilled. Your brain loves goals because they give it a sense of meaning. But every goal loses its thrill the moment you reach it. Dopamine rewards the chase, not the having. That's why the moment of arriving feels so empty. It's not chemically designed to last. Once you understand that, a new thought begins to take shape. Maybe you don't need to achieve anything else to finally be at peace. Maybe it's not about the destination, but about how you walk the path. It always starts the same way. You achieve something, you feel that brief high, and just a day later, you're already searching for the next goal. The happiness you hoped for has already faded. Inside, a restless feeling grows, that it's still not enough, that there's more waiting out there. And so, you keep running, not because you want to, but because you believe you have to. Psychologically, this comes from what's called the hedonic treadmill effect. Your brain adapts to every success within days and sets a new standard. Dopamine, the motivation hormone, only kicks in when you're chasing something, not when you already have it. It rewards pursuit, not possession. That's why peace often feels like stagnation and success like a passing stop. Your nervous system mistakes contentment for danger. It believes you'll stop surviving if you stop running. Picture a runner on a treadmill who thinks he's moving forward. In truth, he's been in the same spot for years, while the screen in front of him flashes new goals. More success, more status, more meaning. And every time he's almost there, the treadmill speeds up. If you want to break this pattern today, start small. Pause the moment you notice yourself reaching for more. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I really missing? Or was I just taught to believe that something's missing? Do this regularly, and you'll notice that life doesn't get slower, it gets clearer. You start to see the moments you used to run right past. Because once you learn to stand still on the treadmill, you suddenly realize the ground beneath you was never still. It was just too fast for you to feel it. What drives you is rarely a true desire for growth. It's the ego, afraid of being insignificant. It whispers to you. Once you achieve that, then you'll finally be happy. But the moment you get there, the shine fades. The ego survives on lack. It needs to feel incomplete in order to exist. Without the "not yet," it wouldn't know who it is. From a neuroscientific point of view, this is an ancient survival mechanism. The limbic system, the part of your brain that controls emotion and motivation, is constantly scanning for what's missing, not what's already there. It helps you survive, but it steals your peace. You stop seeing what you have and focus only on what you aren't yet. Imagine your ego as a traveler walking through the desert with a backpack full of maps. Each map promises an oasis, but as soon as he reaches one, He sees another one in the distance. The horizon keeps shifting, while the thirst remains. If you want to end this cycle, observe your ego without following it. The next time you think, once I have that, everything will be better, just smile and say, interesting that you believe that. You take away its power the moment you recognize it. Over time, you'll learn to feel the difference between progress and escape. You'll become calmer, clearer, and you'll start to realize that true growth isn't about chasing something new, but about letting go of what no longer serves you. Maybe you've reached your goals many times, the promotion, the new home, the perfect body, and yet that empty feeling still lingered. It wasn't what you expected, because what you were truly searching for was never the goal itself, but the feeling you associated with it: peace, recognition, meaning. But those feelings don't come after the goal. They appear the moment you stop forcing things. Psychology calls this the arrival fallacy, the illusion that happiness and peace will come once you've made it. But as soon as you arrive, the line moves again. Your brain resets the standard, and there turns back into not yet. You stay trapped in an endless game of expectations, one you can never win. Imagine climbing a mountain, hoping that once you reach the top, you'll finally be able to breathe. But when you get there, you see, beyond the mist, another higher mountain. You take a breath, then tighten your boots again. That's the trap of modern life, mistaking direction for meaning. If you truly want to change something today, start here. Don't ask yourself, where do I want to go? Ask, why do I want to go there? Replace your goals with states of being. Not, I want success, but I want to be at peace with my work. The moment you do that, everything changes. You stop chasing life and start walking with it. And maybe then you'll realize that you've already arrived, just not where you expected. Arriving doesn't mean having achieved everything. It means finally becoming still enough to realize that nothing is missing. And yet, that's what we struggle with the most. We're addicted to motion, to stimulation, to the feeling of doing something. Our mind confuses activity with meaning. That's why stillness feels threatening. But true presence isn't stagnation. It's awareness in motion. From a neurological point of view, the simplest way to return to the present is by slowing down your reaction. Every time you notice your mind jumping ahead, what's next? Or, what if I lose this? Take a deep breath, slowly count to 3, and feel the space between your inhale and exhale. In that very space, the chase stops. That's where arriving happens. Imagine you're walking up a staircase, and suddenly, you pause on one step. For the first time, you're not looking upward. You notice the light streaming through the stairwell. The stairs were never the problem. You just never stopped long enough to see them. Practice this daily. 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes at night. Sit down with no goal. Watch your thoughts without correcting them. Say to yourself, I'm already here. Do this for a week, and you'll notice the world doesn't change, but you start to see it. Because arriving isn't a step forward, it's a return, a homecoming to the moment you've been rushing past all along. If you want to dissolve that constant feeling of never arriving, you don't need a new method. You need rituals of return, things that bring you back to yourself, not further away. Here's your 2-minute daily plan. Minute 1, awareness. As soon as you wake up, notice the very first thought that appears. Before you grab your phone, before you start comparing yourself, quietly say, I'm already here. It's not a mantra, it's a reminder. Minute 2, letting go. At the end of the day, when that voice tells you that you should have done more, place your hand on your chest and take a deep breath. Feel that life keeps flowing anyway. You haven't missed anything. This moment is enough. If you do this every day, something invisible begins to shift. The running gets quieter, and you start to feel life while you're living it. Because the real goal was never to arrive, it was to be present along the way. Maybe tomorrow, you'll start running again. Maybe you'll forget, but this time, you'll remember sooner. And that's what true progress is. Not more, but more aware. Not further, but deeper. If this video touched you, leave me a comment saying, I'm already here, as a reminder to yourself. And if you'd like to be reminded more often of who you are before you start running, subscribe to this channel. In the next video, I'll show you why your mind sometimes sabotages you just when you're about to be happy, and how you can reprogram it